Hello, ladies and gents. Charles here, bringing you part number 5. We're up to now on the TF2 basics. Going to be looking at the heavy. Here is my loadout that I use for when I'm playing Highlander, which I've got up to about Div 4 now. So pretty good for Highlander because it's such a crazy, uncontrollable, you never know what's going on game. But basically, we've just got the Iron Curtain, the Running Fists, and the Sandwich for my medic. So the heavy is a fantastically versatile class, although it is slow. It is basically the tank of TF2. It used to be a genuine class that was used in 6v6 until they just started using sollies to tank, basically because they're 300 HP. So I mean, the idea in Highlander is to have the heavy ahead of the cart, being a meat shield, driving everyone else back because it is basically a moving sentry gun, especially if you've got aim as well. I'm playing on Harvest, which is a fantastic public map. It's a King of the Hill type, so you just have to get the point and hold it. And then if you can hold it for 3 minutes, you win the round. It does, however, mean that I get my own personal medic, because all you have to do is just call him every now and again, and he'll stay with you, but he is a bit daft. So yeah. So basically I can just stay on this point now, and I can pretty much hold it single-handedly, especially if I've got the medic with me as well, and the fact that we've almost got Uber. Just make sure it's not a spy, and we can probably hold this quite nicely. Take down these two medics here, and the scout, I think. Oh, maybe. Oh, he's got to be down, surely. Engineer behind. So let's run out of ammo a bit. What I'd recommend on TF2 is that a lot of people like to use FPS configs and stuff like that. I personally don't. I use the DX9 frames, which means that I get pretty good graphics quality. I used to run on high, but then my FPS was always under sort of 70 to 60 while playing. I know it's around about that, or a bit higher while I'm recording, but to have that while you're playing is quite bad. Because stuff doesn't always render as quick as it should, and you end up having a higher in or update rate. And then you can like you have 66 update rate, but then you only have like 60 FPS. It's pretty bad because your computer can't display it as quickly as it likes. But anyway, that's a lesson for another day. So I switched to DX9 frames, and the reason I'm saying to try and use it if you can. If your PC can handle the extra load, is the fact that you can see where weapons drop on the floor when people die and stuff like that, which is quite a big help if you're needing ammo, especially as heavy. You run out of ammo really quickly, and if you've got like high frames or max frames where it removes all that sort of stuff, then you're pretty much just relying on ammo kits. This was a bad idea. You should not have gone after that scout, especially when I ended up forcing the Uber on the medic. But it's odd that all the bots are taunting. Like, they're pretty bad winners, let's face it. So yeah, heavy is it's probably one of, next to pyro, it's one of the classes that everyone hates to come up against, just because of its health and the fact that it is like a moving sentry. It's quite, they're quite easy to take down if you're a sniper or a scout or a demo. But if you're any of the other classes, sometimes it can be quite hard. Obviously spy if you can come up behind, or just one hit anything, but yeah. You're going to be pretty sneaky and pretty good as a spy to be able to do that. The good thing about it is it has the same shotgun as the soldier and as the engineer, which means that it's basically like a slow moving scout in that respect, which really I think just makes it sort of not OP, because if it was, lots more people would play the class, but when you consider that you get 6 no sort of low spread shotgun shots, it's really good to back up the other weapons that the heavy has. Definitely, absolutely. Hope you guys are enjoying this series so far and you're learning something from them, even though I just tend to sort of ramble on. Heavy is probably one of the hardest to do next to sort of like engineer and stuff, because they're not really used in anything other than Highlander and public. And my expertise really lie in 6v6. The heavy does have a taunt that deals 500 damage, which if you've got your fists out and you press the taunt button, it does a sort of like finger gun. You know, like he makes a gun with his fingers and goes pow, and yeah. If you ever manage to do that, it's pretty cool.